Any other question? Yes, Mark.
So he renounces the joys and sorrows after realization. But isn't this the precondition of spiritual experience? Because this is also
Spiritual
renoncing
experience is akin to realization. Spiritual experience is akin to realization of spiritual living in your life. That transcendence is essential. This experience is not for people who got moha, who got attachments, who want this and that, who are interested in themselves. They can't get it. There's nothing that a person who loves to do something for his own body, his own self, he can't have this experience. He can't even transcend joy and sorrow. That's not possible. Because he is languishing, because he needs something for himself. He is unhappy because he needs something. How can he, even if you are yearning for the spiritual experience, ever have that experience? You can't even have it then. Now you understand? You've got to transcend that transcendental unison with the spiritual and the inner self, the ancient, self-effulgent Deva is not required there, who is practically impossible to see, is concealed in the subtle indwelling cavity of the heart. Indwelling cavity of the heart, that's also metaphorically speaking. But you have to reach that silence where you have this experience. That's the time when nothing touches your heart. There's no joy and no sorrow. And no pain, no sorrow. Nothing that you want for yourself, and you are not interested in anybody saying you're good or bad, and you do not a thing for personal recognition. You don't want it. You're not interested in it. That's the time you arrive there, not before that. You want anything for your self-establishment. You can't even move that side. If you say, my family has done this, say it. You've lost the path, totally, absolutely. And irretrievable sin you've committed against yourself. My family. The moment you say that, you've lost the path. Totally. What is that? I and mine? Aren't all yours? Why can't all of them be yours? You want one to be greater just because it's your family? Living here, as you have said something, living here, I say yes, living here. You differentiate. What's happened to you? Who's differentiated in your family and got you out of the family? Nobody's done that. You've been accepted as a family, that's why you're happy here. That's why you don't go from here. That's why even when you go, you think of this house. You will. Because you got everything without any condition. And nothing was conditional. And in spite of that, you got your family. Cut it asunder if you want anything. And join the whole family as your family. Because you've been accepted here. Okay? Even the people who've been staying here from the very first day, they're saying the same thing. In my family, they do this and they do that. They are so stupid. They can't talk in terms of spirituality then. They have to talk in terms of matti ka butt, dust. He's speaking of dust. Either you're all, either you're Brahm or you're dust. Imagine when we go nearer death. Here is Chitta in front of me. Okay. Sitting here, if I say I and mine, then I'm dust. I'm going to be towards the Chitta every moment of my life. अभी भी I and mine रह गया. ठीक है. Now we have a choice between only two angles. Either matti and again the same birth and death, and karmapal, which will not leave you. Or merge in Brahm and share the glories of the Master. You can't choose between, there's nothing to choose. That's what Jesus said when he was on the cross to the thief. So yes, you'll find me there. We'll be together. Because he realized, I've sinned. I should suffer. And this should have been done to me. But why you? He accepted that. And within moments, the Lord himself said, you'll be with me. And we'll be together. Those words are very significant. Because there he's forgotten his own body to an extent, and he says, but you're glorious. But if a person says, I and mine have done this, if anybody attributes that to you also, you should deny it. No, we're all together. That's the truth. And they love to hear it. I'm straight, mine is straight, and everybody else is a fool. Such a person cannot even come into the family, really. They don't belong here. They've never accepted the family, isn't it? So the first principle is forget your name and form, and also forget that you got a separate family. You got everybody here, we are all one. If you can't even practice in this small family, how can you say that about the whole world tomorrow? You won't be able to say it. हाँ नहीं जी, मेरे बच्चे कमाल के हैं. एक गुण सुन लो, मैं सुना देती हूँ. ठीक है. So you'll understand कि ये कि मैंने क्या कर दिया. Gyan says that. You got to realize it. You can hear it 1,000 times and experience it 1,000 times. Even then, you have not experienced anything, you've lost the chance. The teachable moments are lost. This is a very difficult shlok that you've taken. You understand? Here they are talking in terms of realizing the spiritual and the inner self, the ancient, self-effulgent, self-luminous, the light itself, which is supra-conscious level, transcendental wisdom of silence. You live with that. How would you live with that wisdom? When you say mine and I and mine, I'm very happy my children have done this. That's the stupidest thing to say. I'm very happy because they are successful. I'll say, Acha, what about your success? You're losing everything. Your gains are nullified. Okay. Why are you selling yourself at a price which is going to be not yours within moments? Why? At the moment we have no choice. On one side, he says it is eternal life. On the other side is death. What do we prefer? Matti hona, चिता पे चढ़ना, वो तो चढ़ेंगे ही. Let the body go there. And you go to your father. आप समझ रहे हैं? That's what they're saying here. Who do you want? The subtlest, the incomprehensible, the one that cannot be seen, which abides in the indwelling cavity of the heart. Heart provides the whole body with blood, purifies it and gives it, isn't it? It never says, I'll stop it here and I'll stop it there. It has no thoughts, no regrets, no joy, no sorrow. It goes on. That's why they always say, cavity of the heart. That's where he resides. That's light itself. That's the example they give every time. And we should understand that. Abide in your heart. The Father lives there. He never differentiates. He's there. Now you understand? Any other question? Does the heart say, I'm joyful, I'm this and I'm that? The body, when it's in pain, it doesn't speak. It's the mind that speaks. The speech that speaks. But does the body say anything? It can't speak. Otherwise, even when we are dead, and we'll be dead, we should speak. The body never says anything. It's the mind and the intellect that are the culprits. So, inside there is light itself. Purity itself. Superimpositions are coverings. And we unfortunately say this is what we are. And not only that, this mind, we are making mistakes which are worse, compounded by ignorance. And the ignorance begins with the primal I. I is the primal ignorance. And you got to transcend that. Mind comes afterwards. And when mind comes, mind has broken loose and you've gone under. A mind has broken loose as we had these deaths when they had the landslides. The mines broke on top and the fellows downstairs, they were on the hillside, they were crushed underneath. And that's what has happened to us. Mind. Tawbah, tawbah, tawbah. What is mind? Now you get it? Anything else?